Hi there. Hello, hello, hello. You are welcome to today's podcast. I'm super duper excited to have you here. So, welcome, 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 welcome to today's podcast. All right, so let's get going. Earlier on, at the end of last year, I believe I talked about some productivity hacks for 2023, certain things that you could do to be more productive, to achieve more, to get more done in the year 2023 as a year. So if you've not watched that video, please go back and watch it. It's completely free and easy to access. Just go to our YouTube page and you're going to see it as one of the options that is there for you to access. However, I want to talk to you a little more about productivity because it is one of the things that will you will definitely need to be able to achieve a lot of things that you desire to achieve as a person that wants to access a lot of things in this day and age. All right. So first, let's go back to the basics again. What is productivity? Productivity is the quality, the state, or the fact of being able to generate, enhance, create, or bring forth goods and services, or being able to produce or to be able to get things done, really. In simplistic terms, productivity is your ability to get things done. And part of those in our pro community, they are going to get what I call the productivity template and the sample productivity workbook to help them just have this productivity thing mapped down and help them to build really. So for most people, productivity can mean checking off everything on their daily routine list. All right. For others, productivity can mean avoiding toxicity and being able to get things done in a short amount of time. All right. So you need to be able to strike a healthy balance between being productive no matter the cost, and healthy balance between productivity and not overdoing it, because a lot of us over time have normalized overdoing this thing called productivity, and then we're not asking questions to see, okay, what am I winning at the cost of my mind? What am I winning at the cost of my peace of mind, in my ability to get things done? What am I able to do? For example, I would say as a leader, for example, to be productive, right? Sometimes I pace myself instead of waiting till last minute to get things done. I pace myself. And so some of the things that I talked about as productivity what's it called hacks in the other podcast, I talked about multitasking and how that sometimes it is a common misconception that multitasking can boost productivity because it entails working on multiple things simultaneously. But from most recent studies, people that multitask actually are not being productive, because your brain can only work effectively on one task, grouping similar tasks together and completing them one by one instead of multitasking. And then the second thing that I mentioned was to say, okay, if I record 5 videos, if I record 2 videos, I'm going to go and eat something. I'm going to rest, something like that. Schedule breaks for every 1 hour of work that I do, break, or 20 minutes of break, or 15 minutes of break. Then for every 4 hours, 30-minute break, so that that way you're able to and to be able to um achieve the thing. Boundaries, learning how to say no. Your no has to be expensive. Yes, sorry, has to be expensive. Your yes can't be cheap than your yeses. So the implication of that is this: you don't say yes to everything that you're presented with. You don't say yes to everything way. You're not just that yes person that says yes to every. Am I able to get this done in the specified amount of time? Get it done? How can I do it so that I don't lose my to accomplish at the end of the day? So abilities or take up responsibilities that were never yours in the first. Design your workspace. Remember, cluster can make it, a cluster can distract instead of helping you build. So you must pay attention to that. Okay, I'm clustering everything. I'm not being able to in wherever I feel that it should be, but I'm actually being needs to be done when it needs to be done and how it needs to be done. You think clearly, helps you see clearly, and it helps you build. So important because it leads to growth. It right, it boosts your morale because list and knowing that I've done all the things I need to do and I have relax. It's very, very important, and it's a good feeling actually. Pose of productivity made easy, things you can. Number one, break your larger projects into smaller massive things all at once, because it can be very daunting. It keep you in your tracks and slow down your production, but rather project or what you're trying to achieve from different components and find smaller tasks that you can complete over time. All right, is do is you develop healthy habits, develop healthy productive, because they foster consistency. For example, many great people are very consistent in their routines. One time that has really helped me so far is that great people are not what they do consistently. So what are you doing every day? Every day, how are you showing up daily? What are the little things that you can do to become as you daily go about? So it could be from working, it could be from journaling every morning. It's very important that you create healthy habits. And then number three, before you start your day, create a to-do list and rate your list important, right? If you are lost at what to do during your day or what to do next, look at your to-do list. Okay, what have I done today? And then do I need to do that has not been done yet? It's important that you're very clear about these things, else you are going to find yourself really stuck when it comes to the place of productivity. And then number four is define what productivity is to you. You must understand that productivity is different for everyone. So you need to know what is productivity to you. Define it first for yourself, so that when you are put in a team or where you're put as a leader, you can also define what productivity means for each and every one of them, to ensure that your goals are aligned, so that you can ensure we're all on the same place, so that we can ensure that there is a template, there is a course that keeps all of us on track, and it's very, very important. And then number five is identify your most productive time. You must be able to know the times in your life that are most productive. For example, when it comes to typing and writing, I'm most productive very early in the morning to have strategic meetings that will be beneficial long term, especially making long term decisions for the organizations that I run. I do those in the morning. When it comes to reading and studying, I'm better in the afternoons when it's hot and uncomfortable, because I find that it's a discipline to sit down and read, sit down to watch a vlog or a podcast or something like that and take notes. It's a discipline. And so it's something that I walk myself through intentionally, because then it teaches me to sit through uncomfortable conversations, uncomfortable situations, and the likes of it. So you must be able to know what days am I most productive, what days are seemingly my off days, right? Where I'm going to need a little pick me up, a little help to get through the day, a little help to know what needs to be done today, how it needs to be done, where it needs to be done, and the likes of it. So you have to be able to identify your most productive times. All right. Then number 6 is you've got to learn how to delegate. You must learn how to delegate. You've got to realize that you can't do everything by yourself. So, for example, as a lady, if I had to sit down and do my hair myself, the time that is going to take me to do that, I could use it to do something else. So, for example, by going to a salon, I'm helping to enhance my productivity because I'm delegating the functionality of my hair to the person that I'm working for, or the person that is doing my hair right in that moment. So I'm delegating to ensure that I'm able to do the things that I need to do when I need to do it and how I need to do it. I'm not living by a rigid schedule that cannot be moved. I know that I cannot do everything by myself. And you being able to delegate is also you understanding the roles that you need to be filled in your life. You must be able to know the blanks in your life and know how to fill in those roles. So, for example, I'm a great writer, sometimes terrible with editing. I know I need an editor. So I work with people that help me to edit. I'm great with coming up with courses, but I don't have the creativity to make them sell. So I have a marketing team that helps me do that. And then I work with my team members that know, okay, this is what will sell in the market, this is how it will sell in the market, and the likes of it. So you've got to be able to identify what are the missing skill sets in my life, what are the things that I'm probably going to need help for. I'm going to get people to do them for me so that I don't fail at it, I don't flop at it, or I don't destroy what I'm trying to build. So delegation is necessary. Delegation is absolutely very important, and not something that should be undermined. You must learn how to delegate. You must learn how to delegate. Remember, you cannot do it all by yourself. You need to learn to delegate. And then number next is get off social media. Social media is great. Social media enhances your business, your organization. Social media is very helpful, but sometimes and a lot of times, social media can also be very distracting. And so you must know that for you to be creative, you must learn to know when to be out there with people and when to internalize your processes, when to stay by yourself. So I noticed that it's easy to just pick up your phone and just go straight to social media. So what did I do? I put timers on all my apps so that once I exceed the timer, I don't have a choice. I'm not elongating the time. I'm not increasing the time. Whatever is done is done. Whatever I'm able to get done is done. If I'm not able to get it done, then that's on me, not on you. You understand? So you need to be able to know, okay, what is social media costing me? The day that I saw this thing on my phone, it really helped me. It talks about how much time you spend on apps weekly. When I realized how much time I was spending on different apps weekly, there were apps I needed to delete because they were distractors. There were apps that, yes, they were necessary to have, but I had to limit my time on it. And then in times where I had to go live or get something done on there, I use external apps to ensure that I'm not on those apps consistently and are not losing grip or losing sight of what I'm trying to be or trying to achieve when I'm so focused on social media. So, one of the questions that I want to ask you is, what is social media costing you? Yes, social media is bringing you in clients, social media is a great lead generator, but beyond the leads, beyond the people that are responding, right? And then there's all these automated systems that you can have, these things that help you to post, so that if you say, okay, I need to be online to post, there are things that apps that help you post, and they're either affordable, or they don't cost a whole lot to get them. Another one is there are apps that respond to people and redirect them. So you don't have to be present. And if you can, you could also hire a social media manager, because it's very important that you are not careless with your time, but you are careful with your time. You know where you expending your energy, expending your time. And I'm spending so much time on social media because one of the greatest traps of creativity is social media. One of the greatest enemies of creativity is social media. Yes, we go on social media to display creativity and all of that, but sometimes to create, to be able to maximize and to really innovate in the way that you need to get off the social media space, because it's not always profiting, it's not always clear on the expectations or the thought process of people that are posting there. You may just become a copycat after a while. If you spend all of your time on social media, you'll find that there's somebody somewhere that you're copying what they're doing. You're just following foolishly what they're doing. You're not really thinking for yourself, you're not planning for yourself, you're not working for yourself. And it's very, very important that we come to that place where we really know that, okay, listen, I'm going to need to be able to answer these things for myself, to be able to meet this need by myself. I'm going to be able to partner this by myself. Being able to say, okay, this one is great, this is a great plan, but I've got to limit my time here so that I can build something that will last, something that has legacy. Remember, nobody gets pregnant in the public. You have to go in the secret to be pregnant. So if you're consistently on social media releasing content, you're going to need some rest time, some retreat time, some time to just walk away and build again. So one of the strategies that I use, that I may invite you to use, is content calendar. I create content calendar, and I try weekly to create content ahead. I've been doing weekly for a while now. I'm working towards creating monthly content so that I have content for the entire month, and then I don't have to be present on social media consistently to be able to post that content. So I do what I need to do to get the content posted, but then at the same time, I follow up to know that, okay, this is what happened, this is how it happened, why it happened, and the likes of it. So that is that. And then you've got to be very mindful. Spend time meditating, spend time in silence and stillness. The world is very noisy, the world around you is very noisy, everything is trying to get your attention. You must learn to live from inside out, not from outside in. If you live from inside out, you're proactive. If you live from outside in, you're reactive. It means that when I live from my environment, I'm reacting to the things in my environment. But when I live from inside out, I create opportunities for myself to live above my present environment, irrespective of what's going on around me. So, as a person in leadership, as a person, I'm able to schedule my time, me time, where there's no noise, just me, God, as a person of faith, me, God, just sitting and just innovating, um, meeting a need, trying to have conversations, trying to know, okay, this has happened, this hasn't happened. What can I do to get this done? How can I get this done? What needs to be done? Who needs to be spoken to? And the likes of it. So, you being in that place where you are consistently not just being emotional, but rather you are proactive, you are taking opportunities before they arrive, and you're positioning for those opportunities. You're able to meet needs and bring about solutions even before the questions or the needs of those people arrive. You're able to see opportunities where others see chaos. And there's a course that we have currently, I think is a creator course. I know we have School of Birthing, but there's another one, turning your mess into um creativity, something like that. I'll let you know, and I'll post the link to register for that course down there. I'll invite you to really register for that course, because it will really help you to know how to be centered as a person, how to live inside out and above your current environment, your current situation. And like I said, those of you that are in our pro community, you get 10% off all our courses, and you're able to build alongside with us, so that you know that you're growing, you're partnering to know what needs to be done, when it needs to be done, and how it needs to be done. You're not just living carelessly, but you're being intentional about your life. You're being intentional about the outcomes that you expect. So productivity made easy. I hope that I've broken down um, things to do realistically to be productive, and for you to know that productivity is not as complicated as we make it sound. Until I come your way again, be safe, you are loved, and keep being intentional about your mindset. Remember, here at Kingmakers Academy, your mindset is our business. Until I come your way, bye for now.